Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch Advanced. The 1980 season is on the air. Today's date is June 29th, 1980. This is our final game for the month of June. We are once again at the Kingdome for an American League West matchup between the Kansas City Royals and the Seattle Mariners. The Royals are the best team in the league. They are 51-21, and right now they are, at this moment, running away with the American League West. The Seattle Mariners are 26-47, pretty much where they were historically in the season, and they're just trying to get a win. So right now, the Royals, as we get closer and closer, only a few days away from the All-Star break, the Royals definitely want to stay where they're at. And right now, they are the number one overall seed in the entire league. But still a long way to go here, as the Royals now will play the M's at the Kingdome. The lovely Barbara, Ben Witz, and Philip Reynolds are first to join us here at the Kingdome. The Mariners historically won this game, though. They won it 7-2. The Mariners had 13 hits and no errors. The Royals had 8 hits and an error. But we will see what happens tonight as these two teams will get together. So, a good matchup here between the Royals and the Mariners as we end our month of June. We're pretty much halfway through the 1980 season already. We still got a lot of great games coming up. I can sense it. So, let's get right to it, shall we? Starting pitcher for the Seattle Mariners is Glenn Abbott. 12 wins, 12 losses, a 4.10 ERA in 80. We are at the Kingdome. This is a neutral park. Might favor hitters a bit here. No chances of robbing a home run. All walls are too high. But there are good chances here to get homers. So, as I said, it's a neutral park, but I think favors hitters just a touch. So, the Royals trying to go ahead and get another win here in the 80 season, looking to close June off with a good game. And let's see what happens. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Royals will be the left fielder, Willie Wilson. Had a great year in 80. 326 average, 3 homers, 49 RBIs. He had 705 at bats. I don't know if we'll ever see 700 over 700 at bats again here in our season now. We're going to use blue, white, and yellow dice. Mariners are the home team. A good crowd at the Kingdome, and let's see what happens as we end the month of June. Abbott, 2-3 against the switch left. It's a blank. Wilson, 6-7, and that will be a fly ball to left field. And getting to that is going to be Dan Meyer, and he will make the catch. Here's the designated hitter, Hal McRae. 297 average, 14 homers, 83 RBIs. Another good year for him. Abbott, 6-8. That's a possible home run. And against a righty, McRae needs a 16. +1 from Abbott makes it a 17. And that's a 5. And that's one way to start the game off. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Hal McRae. So the Royals waste no time getting the first bomb of the game. And just like that, it's 1-0 in favor of the Royals. That'll bring up the center fielder, Amos Otis, one of the more underrated players in baseball history. 251 average, 10 homers, 53 RBIs in 80. Abbott will deal. Abbott, 1-3, range play at the park. Kingdome, 3-6, and that's a single pass first, but it's a range play for Bruce Bhakti. His range is a 4. That's a 7. It'll get past him. It'll be a base hit. So Otis will get a single as Bhakti not able to make the play. Here's the first baseman, Willie Aikens. 278 average, 20 homers, 98 RBIs. Again, a pretty good year. Infield double play. Otis had 16 stolen bases. He's not going anywhere. Abbott, 1-1, strikeout 9, got him. He'll go ahead and get Aikens. First strikeout for Abbott. He had only 78 strikeouts in 80. Next up is the right fielder, Clint Hurdle, 294 average, 10 homers, 60 RBIs. Anything for Otis? That's a 14. He'll stay put. Abbott, 2-7, strikeout, 13 is high. Hurdle, a 2-4, that's a single into center field, a base hit. Will Otis get to third, a 3-8, and he will hold. Single to center, but Otis will hold at second to keep the inning going. So a base hit for Hurdle, his first. And here's the catcher, Darryl Porter, 249 average, 7 homers, 51 RBIs. David Vega joins us here at the Kingdome. Strategy roll, and that is a 1. And Otis is staying where he is. Abbott, 2-4, error, foul, grounder at the park. Kingdome, 1-4, and that is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second, and that ball is hit to Julio Cruz. His error rating is a 6. That's a 16. He won't make an error. Cruz will get it, and he's going to throw to the shortstop, covering second base to get Hurdle, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 3 hits. A solo bomb by Hal McRae opens the scoring, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Kansas City Royals tonight is Dennis Leonard. Had a great year in 80. 20 wins, 11 losses, a 3.79 ERA. He will get the call tonight. Leading off for the Mariners, second baseman Julio Cruz. 209 average, 2 homers, 16 RBIs in 80. Leonard, 1-5 against a switch left, walk. And the 8 is ball 4. He walked him. So Leonard, the first thing Leonard will do is walk Cruz. He had 75 of them that year. Here's the center fielder, Juan Beniquez, 228 average, 6 homers, 21 RBIs. Cruz had 45 steals. He's a thief, but he is not going anywhere here. Leonard, 7-2, walk 6, and that's ball 4. So Leonard, having some issues on the mound, already walks the first 2 batters. Second walk given up by Leonard. Here's the first baseman, Bruce Bochy, 300 average, 13 homers, 78 RBIs. That is a good year. Strategy, nothing on the 4. Cruz will stay where he is. Leonard will deal. Leonard, 2-6, strikeout, and that's just gonna miss. Bochy, a 4-8, and that's powered into center field. That's a 14, and that's going to be a triple for Bruce Bochy, and the Mariners get 2 back. That is a straight triple there for Bochy. He will slide into third, and it's 2-1 Mariners. Stadium cheers. Yay! Those bases on balls will kill you, as Bochy makes Leonard pay for that. And now here's the left fielder, Dan Meyer, 275 average, 11 homers, 71 RBIs. Infield is going to play, I think they want, I know it's early, but they're going to play in. They're going to play in. They're going to play in. Well, yeah, they'll play back. They'll concede the run in and out. Nothing happening on the 18. Leonard will pitch. Leonard, 3-7, error on a booted ball. Meyer, 6-7. That's a fly ball to center. That's going to be out number 1. That'll be caught by Amos Otis. Meyer, a sacrifice fly rating of 6. That's a 3. He'll bring in Bochy. It's 3-1 Mariners. So the Mariners gave up the home run in the top of the first. Now they score 3 in the bottom of the first. And that is a sacrifice fly from Meyer, as that is the 3rd run. Here's the designated hitter, Tom Paciorek, 273 average, 15 homers, 59 RBIs. Leonard will deal. Leonard, 4-5, error on a booted ball. Pachorik, 8-1, and that's powered into right field. That's a 17, and it is going to stay up there. It'll be a high fly ball to right. Easy play for Clint Hurdle, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. And now here's the right fielder, Joe Simpson. Simpson, eh? I'll have to remember that name. Mr. Burns would say that. 249 average, 3 homers, 34 RBIs in 80. Leonard, 3-1, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. That'll end the inning. First strikeout for Leonard. He had 155 of them that year. But the Mariners get on the board pretty well. 3 runs on 1 hit, a triple, a couple of walks, and a sacrifice fly. 3-1 Mariners after 1. The Mariners did win this game historically. So right now, Inside Pitch agrees, at least at this time. Top of the second, leading off for the Royals is the third baseman, Jamie Quirk. 276 average, 5 homers, 21 RBIs. Another good baseball name. Abbott, 4-6. That is against the lefty. It is a blank. Quirk, 7-6. That's a ground out to short, handled there by Mario Mendoza. And he'll make the play for out number 1. Here's the shortstop, Underwriters Laboratories, Washington. 273 average, 6 homers, 53 RBIs. Of course, it's UL Washington. Abbott will deal. 4-3, it's a blank. Washington, 8-8, base hit. He'll hit a single into center field, and Washington will hold it first. That's his first hit. And now the second baseman, Frank White. 264 average, 7 homers, 60 RBIs in 80. Infield at double play. Washington did have 20 steals, but he does not get the jump. Abbott, 7-3. Range play 13. The 15 is too high. White, 2-3. And it's a grounder right back to the pitcher. It's not a range play. And that is a 9. Hit to the pitcher, -2 is a 7. Abbott +2 makes him back to a 9. And his double play rating is a 12. That's going to be a fielder's choice. Abbott will turn around and get the second, and we'll get Washington. White will make first, and that will be the second out. So fielder's choice there. And now the batter is Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 1. White on at first. Strategy roll. He can steal bases. That's a 20. Nothing happening there. Abbott will deal. Abbott, 5-6. Walk. Ball 4. Barely walks Wilson. Wilson didn't walk much, but he will walk him on a 1. And so once again, Abbott in trouble here. And that is his first walk of the ball game. He had 45 of them in 80. And now here's McCray. McCray hit a bomb his first time up. 3-1 Mariners, only in the top of the second. And nothing on the 9. Abbott will deal. Abbott, 5-5. Walk, 20. That will be too high. McCray, 5-3. And McCray is going to hit a double into center field. White will go ahead and he will score. White scores from second, double to center. Does Wilson score? That's a 3-1. Yeah, he'll score. He'll score. He's got great speed. He will score. And McCray with good speed, he will take third on the throw. McCray's base running rating is a 5. It's higher than the 3. And that is going to be and he'll turn that into an extra base. And we're tied. We are tied at 3 as the Royals get it right back. Stadium groans. That'll be a 2 RBI double and an extra base. And now tied at 3 for Otis. Otis got a single his first time up. I don't know if Pachorik worked alongside Harrelson on White Sox games. Not certain. Strategy roll for McCray. He'll stay put. Abbott, 6-1. And that is a possible home run against a righty. Otis is a 14. With runners on base, -1 makes him a 13. The 17 is too high. Otis, 6-2. He pumped it up instead. It's a pop out the third. That's going to be Jim Anderson getting to that. That's going to be in fair territory, too. He'll make the catch and end the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk. We're tied at 3 going in the bottom of the second. As it looks like Abbott and Leonard may not have good nights. Leading off for the M's will be the third baseman, Jim Anderson. 227 average, 8 homers, 30 RBIs, and 80. Leonard, 2-6, strikeout, 19 will be too high. Anderson, 6-8, and that is going to be a ground ball to third. No runners in scoring position. And that'll get picked up by Quirk. And Quirk makes the throw, out number 1. Here's the catcher, Bob Stinson, 215 average, a bomb, and 8 RBIs that year. Leonard, 1-7, strikeout, got him. That'll be the second strikeout for Leonard. And 2 down. And here's the shortstop, Mario Mendoza, 245 average, 2 homers, 14 RBIs, and 80. Leonard, 5-8, that's a blank. Mendoza, 1-3, ground out to second, easily picked up there by Frank White. He'll take care of it, toss it over to first, and end the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Leonard, tied at 3 after 2. On to the third. Trips across the scoreboard. Willie Aikens leads off for KCR. He is 0 for 1. Abbott will pitch. Abbott, 4-8. It's a blank. Aikens, 5-6. And that's a line drive right to second. That's gloved by Cruz. And that'll be the first out. Hard line out to second. And here's Hurdle. Hurdle got a single his first time up. Abbott, a 6-8. That's a possible home run against a righty. Hurdle is a 13 with bases empty. +1 is a 14. And that's an 11. Kaboom! That ball is pretty high. That ball is pretty deep. And that ball is pretty well gone. Home run, Clint Hurdle. Hurdle will go ahead and get a bomb and put the Royals back ahead. It's 4-3. Stadium groans. So Clint Hurdle will go ahead and get that. That is the second bomb for the Royals in this game. And the batter now is Porter. And Porter is 0 for 1. Abbott, he will deal. Abbott, 4-5, that's a blank. Porter, 3-6, ground ball to third base, picked up there by Anderson. And Anderson tosses it over for out number 2. And now Quirk. Quirk is 0 for 1. Abbott deals. And that's a 3-1. Range play 14. 16, no. Quirk, 6-2. That's a base hit to left field. That'll be a single, no range play. And Quirk gets his first hit. And it will bring up Washington. He got a single his first time up. Cutter Historical joins us here at the Kingdome. Sorry for being late. I had to turn into BSU for Rangers reaction to Panarin trade. Somebody call 911. The Rangers just got absolutely robbed. Strategy roll. That's a 12. Nothing happening. Abbott will pitch. Abbott, 7-3. Range play 13. That's a 3. It's a range play. Washington, 1-1. That's a base hit to center field. It's a range play for Juan Beniquez. His range is a 4. That's a 1. He'll make the catch and retire to side. Nice play by Beniquez. That'll be a fly out to center. 1 run on 2 hits for the Royals. A solo bomb by Clint Hurdle. And we go to the bottom of the third. Keith Halinsky joins us here at the Kingdome. Leading off for the M's will be Julio Cruz. He walked his first time up. These Royals are impressive, yes, Keith. They're going to be a very tough out in this, and they will make the playoffs. They may have the number 1 seed. They're going to be a very tough out to beat in my postseason. Leonard, 6-3, strikeout. That will miss. Cruz, 8-7, ground ball to short, handled easily by Washington. Throw goes to first for out number 1. George Brett was not on the roster for this game. I think he was hurt. For those wondering why Brett is not in the lineup. Here's Benitez. He walked his first time up and also scored. Leonard, 5-8. That's a blank. Benitez, 8-1. That's fly to left. Easy play for Wilson. And that is out number 2. And now Bhakti. Bhakti got a triple his first time up and scored 2 runs. Pitch from Leonard. 2-4. Error on a grounder. Bhakti. 1-8. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Washington. His error rating is a 10. That's a 5. And that is going to be an error. That is going to be an error on a grounder, and Bhakti's base running rating is a 1. Does he take second on the error? Yes, he does. A bad boot there by Washington and boots it away from him, and Bhakti winds up on second base. So Bhakti will wind up on second on an error. So that is an E6. First error on the Royals. They did have an error in the game historically. And Bhakti winds up at second base. And it will bring up Meyer. Meyer is 0 for 1, did get a sacrifice fly. Yes, rest in peace, Mickey Lolich. Absolutely. He was the real hero for the Detroit Tigers in 1968. And he was a Met at one point. Bhakti will go ahead and stay at second base. Strategy roll, nothing on the 10. Leonard. 7-8, and that's a walk. The 18 is high. Meyer, 8-2, and it's a grounder to short. This time, Washington will not make an error. He'll throw to first, and he will make the play, and that'll retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was an error, but the Mariners couldn't take advantage of it. After 3, it's 4-3 Royals. We go to the 4th. And let's see. Leading off for the Royals will be Frank White. White is 0 for 1. 4-3 Royals, top of the 4th. Abbott, 4-3. It's a blank. White, 3-4. And that is grounded to short. Played there by Mendoza. And Mendoza tosses it over for the out. Wilson is next. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Abbott with the pitch. 4-1. Strikeout. He'll get Wilson. Struck him out. That is the second strikeout for Abbott in this game. 2 outs now for McRae. McRae is 2 for 2. A double and a bomb. Abbott will pitch. Abbott, 2-1. Range play 14. That's an 18. No range play. McRae, 3-4. And that will be a base hit to right field. McRae now has his single. He's a triple away from the cycle. McRae will get a single. No runners in scoring position, so it's just a straight hit. And now a chance for Otis. Otis 1 for 2 with a single. McRae can get triples. He got a number of them. McRae will stay at first base, at least for now. Strategy roll. That is a 4. He'll stay put. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, joins us here at the Kingdome. Abbott, 7-3. Range play 13. That's a 6. It's a range play. Otis, 6-1. That's a fly to center field. It's a range play for Juan Benitez. His range is a 4. And that's a 5. He won't get it. And a 1-9. This will be a double. And it will not be. It'll be a single. But with 2 outs, McRae will automatically make third because it doesn't have to worry about holding up on a range play. So McRae winds up at third. If it was a double, he would have scored. So Otis gets his first hit. And now here's Akins. Akins is 0 for 2. Once again, Abbott trouble again. He's been in trouble pretty much every inning. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 2. Well, actually, Otis gets the jump, but they're going to let Akins swing. Abbott will pitch. Abbott, 5-4. Walk, 17 will be too high. Akins, 3-1. That's a fly to right. Easily played by Simpson. Simpson will get it and end the inning. For the first time, the Royals do not get a run in an inning. No runs, 2 hits, though. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Tom Paciorek leads off for the M's, and he is 0 for 1. Leonard, he will deal. 6-8, that's at the park. Kingdome, 4-2. That's fly to center field, and Otis is going back for it, and he'll get there. 1 out. Next up is Simpson. Simpson is 0 for 1. Leonard has definitely calmed down since the first. Leonard, 3-7, error on a booted ball. Simpson, 5-2, and that's going to be a base hit past third. There won't be an error as Simpson hits that right past the third baseman. And Simpson has his first hit of the game. Only the second hit of the game for the Mariners. And here's Anderson. Anderson 0 for 1, infield set for double play. Simpson had 17 steals. That's a 5. He will not go. Leonard, 4-8 at the park. Kingdome, 8-7. And that's fly to center. Once again, another play for Otis. Otis will get there, 2 down. It'll now bring up Stinson. Stinson is 0 for 1. Simpson on it first. And he gets the jump this time. And let's see, 16 plus 1 is 17. And Porter minus 1 is 16. Stinson, a 215 hitter. You're the Mariners are just trying to win a game. I'm going to go. A 1 to 16, he is safe. And he just got under the tag. And they're calling for a challenge or a replay. Oh, wait a minute. This is 1980. They didn't do that. And Simpson is safe. Just got a stolen base for Simpson. Just got under the tag. Needed a 16, and he got it. And now for Simpson, and he stays it there, and he'll stay at second base. Leonard will go ahead and pitch. Leonard, 4-8. That's at the park. Kingdome, 8-4. And that is a grounder to second. Easily handled there by Frank White. He's got it. He throws to first. And after all that, the Mariners don't get anything. No runs, a hit, and a steal. But it's still 4-3 Royals after 4. XSG2 joins us here at the Kingdome. Yep, that's true. Despite winning 108 games, the Yankees only 4-8 against the Royals. Very true in 1980. We go to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Royals will be Clint Hurdle. He's 2 for 2, a single and a bomb. Abbott will pitch. Abbott, 4-4. It's a blank. Hurdle, 8-2. And that's going to be a grounder to second. That'll be picked up by Julio Cruz. And that'll be the first out. Abbott, by the way, can pitch to 30. And Leonard can pitch to 32. Next up is Porter. Porter is 0 for 2. Abbott will deal. 8-2. That's an error on a booted ball. Porter, 5-3. That's a grounder to second base. That ball is hit to Julio Cruz. His error rating is a 6. That's an 11. He'll make the play to first, and that will be the second out. And now here's Quirk. Quirk is 1 for 2 with a single. Abbott will pitch. Abbott, 4-6 against the lefty. It's a blank. Quirk, 3-5, base hit. One past first base. And Quirk will keep the inning going. Second hit of the game for Quirk. It'll bring up Washington. Washington 1 for 2. Quirk on it second. And Quirk on it first. And he will stay there. Washington will deal. Abbott, 1-5. Pickoff, 18. No, we go to the park. Kingdome, 1-5. And that's a possible home run to left field. Against the righty, Washington needs a 1. +1 is 2. And wow, he just missed it. That is a 3. It's going to be a fly ball deep to left field. Going back for it is Meyer. He's at the track. He's at the wall. And he will make the catch. Just barely. Actually, it was a 1-5, right? It's actually the fly out to left field. I'm looking at 1-6. Doesn't matter. He still makes the catch to right. The left field, the inning is over. I just made it sound good. No runs and a hit for the Royals. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Washington almost got it, though, but then again, it would have been wrong. Sometimes these cards can be a little confusing. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Mario Mendoza. He's 0 for 1. 4-3 Royals. Leonard, 5-2. Range play 13. Yes. Mendoza, 1-2. Grounded to first. That ball is hit to Willie Aikens. His range is a 3. That's a 1. Aikens will get it. Leonard will come over. Aikens throws to Leonard, and that will be an out. Nice play by Aikens to prevent a range play. And 1 down. Here's Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 1 with a walk. Leonard, 5-5. That's a blank. Cruz, 7-6. And that's popped out to second. And that will be Frank White getting to that for the second out. And now here's Beniquez. Beniquez is 0 for 1 with a walk. Royals deal. A 5-8. That's a blank. Beniquez, 8-7. Popped out to second base once again. And this time White's going to get it again. And he'll make the play. Retire the side. 1, 2, 3. Go the Mariners. Leonard's given up 3 runs, but only 2 hits. 4-3 Royals after 5. On to the 6th. And it will be Frank White leading off for KC. He's 0 for 2. Abbott can still pitch to a few left. Abbott, 4-7. It's a blank. White, 1-1. And against the righty, it's a high fly ball to center. It'll stay up there. Enough for Beniquez to get there. And that will be out number 1. Here's Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 2 with a walk. Abbott with the pitch. 1-4 against the switch left. It's a blank. Wilson, 4-3. And against the righty, it's a fly out to center again. Another play for Beniquez. Has to travel a little bit, but he's got it. 2 down. And now McRae. McRae is 3 for 3. A single, a double, and a bomb. He needs a triple for the cycle. Abbott, 8-8. Against the righty, strikeout. The 11 will miss. McRae, 7-6. And against the righty, it's going to be a ground out to second base. And that'll be picked up by Cruz. And Cruz will throw it over and retire the side. Good inning for Abbott, though. 1, 2, 3 go the Royals. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Super Bowl tournament joins us here at the Kingdome. Always good to have him here. Bruce Bhakti leads off for the Mariners. He is 1 for 2, tripled and reached on an error. Super Bowl tournament, if I am correct, he is the creator of, I believe you are the creator, or one of them, of Pro Strategy Football. That's available on Steam. An excellent football game, might I say. One game that is played very well by Al Red Sox fan. For those of you who don't know who Al Red Sox fan is, I suggest you find out what planet you're living on. Leonard will pitch. Leonard, 6-3, strikeout. 16 will just miss. Bhakti, 6-4, and that's a double to center field. Bhakti will go ahead and be the tying run on second. Oh, you made the mods, not the creator. Well, that's okay, too. You're still a creator in my book because you make mods. Bhakti on at second on a big-time leadoff double. Here's Meyer. Meyer is 0 for 2. And also Mike in the truck. Oh, you're also Mike in the truck. Okay. So in that case, that's my technical director for RJL Network. I really wish they would get rid of these email addresses and go back to the way it was. I don't know why they did that. Strategy roll, that is a 7. And nothing happening there. Bhakti stays put. Leonard, 4-8. That's at the park. Kingdome, 1-2. It's a blank. We'll have a rare play instead. So we'll have a rare play with men on. So let's see what we get here as we roll the dice. And that is a 34. Left fielder crashes into the wall, chasing a deep drive. Resolve as a D7 range play. Well, the left fielder for the Royals is Willie Wilson. His range is a 7. That's a 3. He'll make the catch. He'll make the catch, and that's pretty much it. If left fielder fails to make the play, but he made the catch, so that's going to be an out. So it's a fly out to left, a heck of a play by Willie Wilson. He did crash into the wall, and I don't think it checked for injury. I don't think it did an injury check. You would think it would, but no injury check. And Bhakti crashing the wall. Let's see if he takes third base. 8-8, and there's gonna be a play, isn't there? There's gonna be a play. No, he's gonna hold. No, he'll hold. So one out. One out there. Runner still at second. The batter now is Pachorik. Pachorik is 0 for 2. One out here. Bottom of the 6th. 4-3 Royals. Strategy roll for Bhakti. He stays put. Leonard, 6-8. That's at the park. Kingdome, 5-2. And against a righty, it's going to be a ground ball to third. That'll get picked up there by Quirk. And the question is, what kind is it? It's a 2, so it's a ground ball to third. The throw goes to first for out number 2. Bhakti, however, does stay at second base. So there are 2 down. So 2 outs. And now here's Simpson. Simpson is 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. Tying run at second, but the Mariners can't bring him in. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 15. Leonard will deal. Leonard, 1-5 against the lefty. Walk, and that will be ball 4. So Leonard will walk Simpson. And that is the third walk given up by Leonard. Puts the go-ahead run on base for Anderson. Anderson is 0 for 2. Runners at first and second. Strategy roll. Bhakti will stay where he is. Leonard will pitch to Anderson. Leonard, 4-3. That's an automatic out. It's a fly to center field. Amos Otis will come under it and get it and retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a walk. A fielder crashing into the wall, but he's fine. And after 6, it's still 4-3 Royals. We go to the 7th. Glenn Abbott will be tired after Amos Otis, and Abbott will pitch to him. Then they got some lefties coming up. The Mariners may bring on a lefty. So Abbott will pitch to Otis. Otis is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Abbott will pitch 3-3. That's at the park. Kingdome, 6-5. And it's a ground ball to third base, picked up there by Anderson. And Anderson throws to first for out number 1. Next up is Akins. Abbott is tired. He is done. And the Mariners will go to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch for the Mariners is going to be, let's see. Who do we bring on to pitch? He can pitch to 10. Coming on to pitch for the Mariners is going to be Shane Rawley. 7 wins, 7 losses, 13 saves, a 3.33 ERA. Abbott does leave with a W, but Rawley will come on to pitch. Shane Rawley, and he can pitch to 10 batters, which is pretty good. So Willie Aikens will bat against Shane Rawley. 4-3 Royals. Pitch from Rawley. 4-2, error on a booted ball. Aikens, 3-7. Nope, it's a fly out the left. And Meyer will get to that. And that will be the second out. And now here's Hurdle. Hurdle is 2 for 3, a single and a bomb. Rawley will pitch. Rawley, 2-7, walk, 8, ball 4, and Hurdle can't believe it. Actually, Rawley can't believe it, but that is right on the black. A bad pitch by Rawley, and that will be a walk. Rawley had 47 walks in 80. And it does give Porter a chance. Porter is 0 for 3. We'll see what he does here. Hurdle on at first, and he will stay at first. Rawley, 8-7. Error on a booted ball. Porter, 5-8. And that's a ground ball to second. That ball is hit to Cruz. His error rating is a 6. That's a 13. Cruz will get it. And he's going to throw to short, covering second base to get Hurdle. And that will retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. The Royals are letting the Mariners hang around, but they still have a 4-3 lead. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tonight is the final game for the month of June. There will be no baseball for tomorrow night, as I will take a night off. And, of course, we're getting closer to the All-Star break. I will return Friday night with July 2nd, and we're going to Exhibition Stadium. I know Cutter Historical won't miss this one. The Baltimore Orioles will take on the Toronto Blue Jays. Mike Flanagan will be pitching for the Orioles, and Paul Mirabella will be pitching for the Blue Jays. So we go on. We continue. We're still got a few teams left to show in the second block. But that will be Friday night, the Orioles and the Blue Jays from Exhibition Stadium. Another weird ballpark. And that will be Friday night here on the network. Bottom of the 7th, Royals lead the Mariners 4-3. Dennis Leonard still got plenty left in the tank. Bob Stinson leads off for the Mariners. He is 0 for 2, and we may see a pinch hitter for him. And maybe, depends on who it can catch. I only got one other catcher. It's one other catcher. It's Larry Cox, and he a little better than Stinson. And do I have anybody that can pinch hit against righties? And I do. And we're going to see a pinch hitter. Stinson coming out of the game. And coming on to pinch it for the Mariners will be Larry Milbourne. 267 average, no homers, 26 RBIs. That's the most pinch hits against righties on the bench. And coming over to take over at catcher will be Larry Cox. He'll come over and catch now for the Mariners, as Stinson is done for the night. So Larry Cox will be the new pitcher. Our new catcher, I should say. New catcher. He's a 3.450. So Larry Cox, the new catcher, but Larry Milburn will go ahead and pinch hit. Leonard will pitch. Leonard, 6-6. Wild pitch. It's a blank. Milburn, 2-1. And it's a fly to left. Easily played there by Willie Wilson. And he's got it for out number 1. Next batter is Mendoza, and he's going to bat. Mendoza's 0 for 2. You're booking your flight to the X for Friday. Leonard will deal. Leonard, 6-4. Against the righty. Strikeout. 17 will be too high. Mendoza, 3-2. That's powered into right field. That's a 9 against the righty. It's going to be a triple for Mendoza. Mendoza's going to slide into third with a triple, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Mendoza gets his first hit, and it's a 3-bagger. It'll bring up Cruz in the infield, of course, coming in. Prefer not to travel to my ex. Ben Wood should get the block dragon for that, but I think he knows what he was talking about. Mendoza on his third. Leonard will pitch. Infield in chart, ready to be used. I will use the chart. Leonard will go ahead and strategy roll at first, and Mendoza stays put. Cruz gets the sacrifice bunt call. A squeeze play? Mendoza's got a 4-speed, and no. Not a bad idea though. You're just trying to win a game, but I'll just play it right. Leonard will go ahead and pitch. Leonard, 2-5, error on a throw. Cruz, 7-6, and nope, that's going to be a pumped out to second base. A pop out to second. Everyone's got to stay put. 2 down. Cruz pops out. Probably the worst thing he could have done. And now here's Benitez. Benitez 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 outs here. Mendoza on his third. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 19. Leonard will deal. Leonard, 5-5. It's a blank. Benitez, 4-3. And it's a fly ball to left field. Willie Wilson will get to it. He'll make the catch. And that retires the side. Nothing, no runs, 1 hit, a wasted triple, 4-3 Royals after 7. We go to the 8th. Rawley will stay on the mound. Jamie Quirk leads off for the Royals. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He'll bat. Rawley will deal. Rawley, 5-5. Oh, boy. 5-5 against the lefty. That's going to be a base hit. And that's going to be a single pass first. Quirk will get a single. I had to look at the card here. 5-5 is a split chance, but against the lefty, that's going to be a single. And Quirk has his 3rd hit of the night. A good night for Quirk. Here's Washington. Washington 1 for 3 with a single. Infield a double play. Strategy rolls are still on. Quirk at 3 steals. He's not going to get one here. UL Washington gets the hit and run. That's not a bad idea. Washington, though, has a little home run power against lefties, but a hit and run idea is not bad. Hit and run is on. Rawley, 4-5. That's a blank. Washington, 3-4. And it's going to be an infield single, and everyone will be safe. Quirk can only go to second. Even with an infield single with the hit and run, it's going to be an infield single. It's picked up by the second baseman, Cruz, and Quirk has to stop at second. So the hit and run has worked well. Hit and run works, but he just nubbed it in front. And runners at first and second, no one out. Another good hit and run. You don't see hit and runs on that other channel with the fluffy cat. Runners at first and second. Would help if I had a batter, and it will be White. White is 0 for 3. Raleigh in some trouble here. Runners at first and second. Strategy roll coming up, and nothing on the 6. Raleigh deals. Raleigh 4-3. Range play 12. 16 no. White 3-3, and it's a grounder to second. That's a ground ball to second. Grounder to second, that's a 15. Hit to second, +1 is a 16. Raleigh +1 is a 17. White is that's going to be a double play. So Quirk will make third, 2 outs, as White hits into a 4-6-3. So 4-6-3 double play. That's the first double play hit into by any of these teams. And now here's Wilson with a runner on third. Wilson is 0 for 3 with a walk. With a 3.26 average, you kind of think he's due. Raleigh, strategy roll, and nothing happened there. Raleigh will pitch to Wilson. Raleigh, 4-4, walk. That's ball 4, just barely. It's a 3, but he walked him. So Raleigh walks Wilson. And now here's McRae. McRae, 3 for 4. Single, double, and a bomb. And McRae hits lefties a little bit better. And I think that's going to be it for Raleigh. Raleigh will come out of the game, and the Mariners are going to make a pitching change. They'll bring in a righty here. And they're going to go with Dave Heaverlo. 6 wins, 3 losses, 4 saves, a 3.89 ERA. Dave Heaverlo will come on to pitch, and he can pitch to 7. So they'll bring up Heaverlo to see if they can turn McRae around. So Dave Heaverlo will go ahead and pitch to McRae. McRae needs a triple for the cycle. Heaverlo will set it up, strategy roll. Nothing on the 10. Heaverlo looking at McRae. McRae looking maybe to get a triple. He can get one. Heaverlo will deal. Heaverlo, 3-3. Strikeout, 14 is high. McRae, 8-1. He's not going to get a triple, but he is going to get a double. That'll be a double to center field. Quirk will score. Wilson, double to center. A 2-2. Advances if he's 2-8. Yes, Wilson's an 8 with 2 outs. He will score. McRae on at second. 6-3 Royals. Stadium groans. Two RBI double by McRae. And McRae has 5 of the 6 RBIs for the Royals tonight. And the Royals now lead at 6-3. And McRae on at second. And now the batter is Otis. Otis, 2 for 4 with 2 singles. McRae, 5 of the 6 RBIs tonight. Heaverlo, 6-4. Pitcher result, 10 against a righty. It will be a blank. Otis, an 8-8. That's a base hit past short. That should be good enough for McRae. It will. McRae will come around from second. He will score at 7-3 Royals. Stadium groans. RBI single by Otis. And now here's Akins. Akins is 0 for 4. Now 7-3. Heaverlo will pitch. Strategy rolls are off. Heaverlo, 1-5 against the lefty. That's an automatic. Out. It'll be a fly to center field. And Juan Beniquez will get to it and retire the side. 3 runs on 4 hits and a walk. And the Royals have opened it up. It's now 7-3. Bottom of the 8th. And Bruce Bhakti leads off for the Mariners. He's 2 for 3, a triple and a double. Leonard can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. With a 4-run lead, he may try to go the distance. Leonard, 6-3, strikeout 9, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that will be the 3rd K for Leonard. 1 out. Here's Meyer. Meyer is 0 for 3. Has a sacrifice fly, though. Leonard, 4-7. Range play 13. That's a 9. Yes. Meyer, 6-4. And it's a fly to center field. It's a range play for 1. Range play for Amos Otis. His range is a 4. And he won't now. He is not the home team. That 8 is not gonna be a range play. He won't make the catch. Leonard, a 1-11 for a double, and that is a 9, and Meyer will have a double. So Meyer will wind up at second base with a double. That's a tough play there for Otis. And now here's Pachorik. Pachorik is 0 for 3, still 1 out, bottom of the 8th. And strategy rolls are off. Leonard, 2-7, and that is a possible home run. Against the righty, Pachorik needs a 16, no adjustment, and that is an 18. Wow, Mariners are not getting any breaks. Pachorik, 1-5, but he will get a base hit to left. It will be a single to left field. And single to left, will Meyer come in? And that is a 6-7. And he holds, if the arm rating's a 7, the left fielder for the Royals is Wilson. His arm rating is a 6. Meyer will come in to score. It's now a 7-4 ball game. So Pachorik does get a run in. It's now 7-4 as he does bring in Meyer. RBI for him. And now the batter is Simpson. Leonard is now tired. He says, I can pitch. Bullpen for the Royals is warming up, though. Now a 7-4 ball game. Strategy rolls are still off. Leonard, 1-3. Range play 13. No. Simpson, 3-6. That's a ground ball to first. Let's see if they turn it. That's a 16. Hit to first. -2 is a 14. Leonard a 0. And because it was hit to first, that's not going to be a double play. That's a 15. That's going to be a fielder's choice. So they throw it to second to get Pachorik. Simpson just beats the relay, and that's the second out. So fielder's choice for Simpson, and it will bring up Anderson. Anderson is 0 for 3. Simpson on it first, 2 outs. Mariners do have a run in. Leonard will pitch. Leonard, 8-7 against the righty. Strikeout, 18 is missed. Anderson, 4-2, and that's going to be a ground out to second. Easily played there by Frank White. He's going to throw to first to get Anderson, and that will do it. 1 run on 2 hits, and it's now a 7-4 game after 8. We go to the 9th. Heverlo will stay in the game. And it will be Clint Hurdle leading off. Hurdle is 2 for 3, a single, a bomb, and a walk. Heverlo can pitch to 4 more batters before fatigue. Heverlo, 6-8 against the lefty. Walk. The 12 is high. Hurdle, a 2-3. That's a base hit. He'll sling that pass into center field. So Hurdle will get a single. That's his 3rd hit of the ball game. The batter now is Porter. Porter is 0 for 4. Kind of think he's due. Infield a double play. Strategy rolls off. Heverlo, 3-6 against the lefty. Walk, 16. That's going to be too high. Porter, 3-4, and against the righty, base hit past second. But Hurdle is mud. He'll hold at second base. Hurdle only a base running rating of 1. And there's no way he gets the third yet. So now another hit. And now here's Quirk. Quirk has been hot. 3 for 4, 3 singles tonight. Still no one out, top of the 9th. Everlow, he gives up a run, I'll yank him. Everlow will go ahead and prepare to set him. Everlow with the deal. 1-7 walk. 14 is missed. Quirk. A 2-3, and that's a base hit past second base. And will that bring in Hurdle? The answer is no. Hurdle has to hold at third, but the bases are loaded. As Ben Witz is right, only another couple of hits. Another single. Quirk's 4th hit of the game, and now the batter is Washington. And Everlow will be tired after Washington, and they're just going to let him pitch. Infield is going to play. I guess you got to play infield in, don't you? You're down by 3 runs. I guess you got to play infield in. Yeah, they're going to play the infield in. Bases loaded. Infield in chart is ready. So Everlow will pitch. Fans here at the Kingdome, the ones that are still here, hoping Everlow can get it done. Pitch from Everlow. 4-3. Range play at the park. Kingdome. 6-4. That's a base hit to right field, but it's a range play for Joe Simpson. His range is a 5. That's a 3. He'll make the play, and that is out number 1. Now, that's a hit to right field. Washington's sacrifice fly rating is a 4, and he will bring in Hurdle. He'll bring in Hurdle on a sacrifice fly. It's 8-4. Just deep enough to allow him to score. The other base runner stay put. So a sacrifice fly for Washington to Simpson, who makes the catch, but he will get an RBI. It's now 8-4. Stadium groans. Next batter is White. That'll be it for Everlow. The Mariners are taking him out. He did allow the run. And we'll see a new pitcher for the Mariners. And they're going to go with Byron McLaughlin. 3 wins, 6 losses, 2 saves, a 6.85 ERA. Byron McLaughlin will go ahead and pitch. He'll be the 4th pitcher for the Mariners. And he can pitch to 9, which I don't know if they're going to need. But I've been surprised before. So here's Frank White with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Infield back to double play. Royals now lead 8-4. McLaughlin will pitch. McLaughlin, 5-2. It's a blank. White, 8-1. And that's a grounder to second base. 13 plus 1 is 14 plus 1 is 15. That's a 12. That's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. And the inning is over. 1 run on 3 hits and a sacrifice fly as White grounds out into the 4-6-3 to end the inning. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Leading off for the Mariners is the new catcher, Larry Cox. 202 average, 4 homers, 20 RBIs, and 80. Leonard has a 4-run lead. I would think they would probably leave him in. I don't know how many complete games he had. I'm about to find out. Let's see how many complete games he had. And Dennis Leonard had 9. Okay, so he had 9 complete games out of the 20 wins. So I'll roll a D20. A 1-9, he'll stay in. And that's a 10. They're going to yank him. And that'll be it for Leonard. So Leonard's going to come out of the game, and the Royals will go to the bullpen. They want to make sure they get this game into the books as a win. It's really not Quisenberry time. So they're going to go with Marty Patton. 4 wins, no losses, 4 saves, a 3.64 ERA. Leonard leaves with a W. Patton's job is to go ahead and get the game over with, is get a hold. If Patton gives up a run, though, Quisenberry is ready. Bottom of the ninth, 8-4 Royals. Larry Cox the batter, and he has to bat. Patton will pitch. 3-6, strikeout 10, swing and a miss, struck him out. And Patton had 40 strikeouts in 80. And 1 down, now the batter is Mendoza. Mendoza 1 for 3 with a triple. Patton will pitch. Patton, 6-1, that's a blank. Mendoza, 1-5, that's a grounder to second base, handled by Frank White. Over to first, 2 down. The last chance for the Mariners will be Julio Cruz. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. The fans here at the Kingdome hoping the Mariners can maybe do something here. It doesn't look promising. Marty Blood and Guts Patton will go ahead and pitch. 6-1, it's a blank. Cruz, 5-1, grounder right back to Patton. Patton will take care of it. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. Royals will go ahead and take care of business against the Mariners tonight, 8-4. Stadium groans. The Royals go ahead and get that win against the Mariners, and they will go to 52-21. The Mariners drop to 26-48. Final line score coming up. For the Royals, 8 runs, 17 hits, 1 error. For the Mariners, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Dennis Leonard. He'll get the victory. Glenn Abbott takes the loss. Marty Patton does get a hold. So a nice victory for the Royals tonight. And they're holding on to first place no matter what happens in the ticker. And we're not done because that is next. So not a bad game to end the month of June, as we are now pretty much halfway through the season, as the All-Star game will be next week. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, powered by FastScore Baseball. So the Royals will get an 8-4 win on the M's. I will post the standings, of course, in the Facebook group that you see in the comments after June. So let's see what happens tonight. June 29th, Milwaukee at California. Brewers 13-14, that is 2. Angels 9-36, that's 4. Cleveland and the Yankees. Indians 7-34, that's 3. Yankees 16-42, and that is 5, a win for the Yanks. White Sox and the A's. White Sox 7-32, 3 runs. Athletics 261, 5 runs. They'll win that. Minnesota at Texas. Twins 9-16, that's 2 runs. Rangers 9-44, that's 5 runs, a win for the Lone Stars. Detroit at Toronto. Tigers 13-24, that's 3. Blue Jays 7-66, that's 9. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals 16-22, that's 3. Cubs 7-63, and that's 7, a win for the Cubs. Reds and the Astros. Reds 7-22, that's 2. Astros 766, that's 9. Pirates and the Expos. Pirates 616, that's 1 run. Expos 814, that's 1 run, and they're going to extras. Pittsburgh rolls a 2 plus 0. Montreal rolls a 1 plus 0. And raise the Jolly Roger. Mets and the Phillies. Can my Mets get a win? Mets 942, and that's 4. Phillies 841, and that is 4, and they're going to extras. Mets roll a 4, minus 1 is 3. Phillies roll a 2 plus 0, and my Mets will have a happy recap. Braves and the Padres. Braves 1054, that is 6. Padres 833, and that's 3, a win for the Bravos. Dodgers and the Giants in a doubleheader. Dodgers 1116, that's 2. Giants minus 463, that is 5. The Giants win the first. Dodgers 962, that's 7. Giants 323, and that's 2, and they'll split the twin bill. June 30th, Yankees at Boston. Yankees 1335, that's 4. Boston 841, and that is also 4, and they're going to extras. Yankees roll a 2 plus 1 is 3. Red Sox roll a 6 plus 1 is 7. The Bo Sox will get the win. Angels and the White Sox. Angels 1156, and that's 7. White Sox 1255, that's 6, a win for the Halos. Cleveland at Detroit. Indians 1463, and that's 8. Tigers 2154, and that is also 8. They just got it. They're going to extras. Cleveland rolls a 1 plus 4 is 5. Tigers roll a 2 minus 2 is 0. That's another win for the Tribe. Minnesota at Kansas City. Twins 1243, and it's 5 runs. Royals 1215, and that is 2 runs. Oakland at Milwaukee. Athletics 936, that'll be 4. Brewers 1066, that is 10. Win for the Brew Crew. Texas and the Mariners. Rangers 2632, and that is 6. Mariners 416, that is 1. A win for the Rangers. Baltimore at Toronto. Orioles 1836, that's 5. Blue Jays 215, that is 1, a win for the O's. Astros and the Braves. Astros 944, that's 5. Braves 425, that's 2. Padres and the Dodgers. Padres 336, and that's 3. Dodgers 922, that's 2, a win for the Friars. Phillies and the Expos. Phillies 761, 6 runs. Expos 1123, 3 runs. Phillies will get the win. Cardinals and the Pirates. Cardinals 1366, that's 11. Pirates 1325, that's 3. And win for the Redbirds. Reds and the Giants. Reds 1356, that'll be 7. Giants 421, that'll be 1. That game belongs to the Reds. On to July 1st, Yankees at Boston. Yankees 1664, that's 9 runs. Red Sox 2166, that's 12 runs. Boston will win it. California at the White Sox. Angels 1041, 4. White Sox 955, 6. And they'll win. Cleveland at the Tigers. Indians 2012, that's 2 runs. Tigers 1663, and that is 9. And the Cats will get a win. Minnesota and the Royals. Twins 841, and that's 4. Royals 1835, and that's 5. And the Royals will win it. Oakland at Milwaukee. Athletics 331. That's 2 runs. Brewers 14-13, and that is 2 runs, and they're going to extras. Oakland rolls a 1. -1 is 0. Milwaukee rolls a 5. -4 is 1. And the Brewers will win it. Texas at Seattle. Rangers 10-43, and that will be 5. Mariners 5-16, that is 1. A win for the Rangers. Baltimore at Toronto. We have these two Friday night. Baltimore 11-41, and that will be 4. Blue Jays 5-11, that's 0. A win for the O's. Astros and the Braves. Astros 8-25, that'll be 3 runs. Braves 7-23, that'll be 2 runs. Another win for the Stros. Padres and the Dodgers. Padres -163, that is 5. Dodgers 835, that is 4. A win for the Padres. Phillies and the Expos. Phillies 655, that's 5. Expos 1825, and that's 4. And that'll be a win for the Phillies. Cubs and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Cubs 745, and that is 4. Mets 1245, and that is 5. And my Mets have another happy recap. Here come the Mets. Yeah, right. Cardinals and the Pirates. Cardinals 1265, and that will be 9. Pirates 1124, and that is 3. Another win for the Redbirds. Reds and the Giants. Reds 726, and that's 3. Giants 446, and that is 4. And that'll be a win for the Giants. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always Friday. No baseball tomorrow night. We'll return on Friday night with the start of July 2nd. The Baltimore Orioles taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Mike Flanagan for the Orioles, Paul Mirabella for the Blue Jays. Starting the month of July. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys Friday night. The Kansas City Royals bring the Seattle Mariners into port and tie them to the pier. Royals win it tonight, 8-4. We'll see you guys on Friday night.